Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong with another episode of Tuesday Tips. Yes, it has been a little bit since I have done one of these videos. Therefore, with it being the end of Mental Health Awareness Month, I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and to hone in on one of the most noticeable mental illnesses in the world and around the world that we have today. And that is recognizing the difference between a panic attack and an anxiety attack. Stress, panic, anxiety, it all goes hand in hand. With that being said, and this is the end of Mental Health Awareness Month, I hope that folks have taken the time out to really do a self-check, a self-awareness check, to see if there's something within you that needs working on, if there's something within you that needs attention, and becoming self-aware of what that may be. Now, we live in a very busy world. As we see today that there are so many things going on in our world today, from the cost of inflation that is just going out of control to mass shootings again here in our country, that we seem to not be able to get under control. We're the only nation in the world where we have these types of mass shootings because accessibility. It's accessibility, folks. I don't want to hear the mental health story about, people who do this are mentally ill. That's not true. 8 times out of 10 is usually a person suffering from mental illness that will be the victim of any type of crime, not the one committing it. Yes, there has to be something personally wrong with someone who will go into a school and hurt little innocent children who have done nothing to them, or an elderly person who has done nothing to them. There has to be some type of hatred, but that's on a different spectrum from mental illness. But what we're going to focus on today, folks, is knowing the difference between panic and anxiety. So if you will, allow me to read off some of these things, and hopefully that they will help you in your journey of healing. The symptoms to look for in a panic attack or anxiety. A panic attack has to be classified by 4 of the following symptoms that I'm about to read off. Feeling dizzy, this is panic now. Excessive sweating, heart palpitations, trembling or shaking, nausea or abdominal pain, feeling of choking, numbness or tingling of sensations, chills or hot flashes, fear of dying, feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or faint, feeling detached from reality or yourself, and the fear of losing control or going crazy. That you have to have 4 of those symptoms to have it clinically diagnosed as a panic attack. Okay? And then on the anxiety side, symptoms may include muscle tension, sleep disturbances, dizziness, shortness of breath, restlessness, irritability, mind going blank, concentration difficulties. Okay? Now, if we look at the causes, and these are general, but they are across the spectrum. The causes of a panic attack, usually for a panic attack, there are none. Okay. there aren't any clear identifiable triggers. Okay. Um, a panic attack just kind of gradually grows and grows and grows. Okay. Whereas an anxiety attack, there has to be a specific trigger or clear circumstance uh, wherewith is directed toward. Okay. So with an anxiety attack, we know that anxiety and fear run parallel, hand in hand. They can actually intertwine with each other. Uh, and therefore, there is a trigger there. With panic attack, we really don't know what the clear identifiable trigger is in today's diagnosable conditions. Okay. The onset of a panic attack comes very rapidly without any warning. Okay. Whereas an anxiety attack, there's a gradual buildup in intensity over time. Okay. Um, so, what we're looking at here, folks, uh, the impact, right? Let's look at the impact. The impact of a panic attack. Uh, Extremely disruptive and characterized by its severely intense physical symptoms. Okay, that's panic. The heavy breathing, the uncontrollable breathing. Okay, all right. Whereas it's just hard to get to a calm state. That's panic. Okay. Anxiety, on the other hand, the impact of it is these are disruptive, but can be mild, moderate, or severe in nature. Okay, we they can it's levels. There are levels to it. Okay, these are therefore less disruptive, but can still impair one's day-to-day functioning. Okay, so with that being said, what are the circumstances surrounding you, whereas you feel out of control? These are things, and I tell a lot of my clients, document this. Document when you have the panic attack. Document when you have this disruption of emotions in your life. Document these things so that when we are in session, we can try to pinpoint what you were doing, what was occurring, how you felt. Did you feel it coming on, or was it a quick onset? All of these things can be determined or either thwarted, because really what we want to do is make sure that we are not in a space whereas we are at a disruptive place in life, whereas stress does not trigger panic or anxiety. Okay. And we also want to be at a place where we are aware of how we're feeling. That's the main thing. Being aware of how you're feeling. Okay. Now, when you're aware of how you're feeling, okay, you can manage, you can cope better. You know when you need to take that proverbial break. You know all these things. You sense these things. It's just not something that happens. You sense it. You know it's coming. Okay? And there are so many ways that we can uh, put a difference between our daily life and panicking in our daily life, or having anxiety in our daily life. We all have an anxiety. That's just physiological and biological. We all have a certain level of anxiety. Where we tend to have anxiety attacks is when we're not able to control, or the fear of what is happening is taking over. Be aware of who you are. Be aware of your feelings. Like I said, this is the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. Understand something. Yes, I know it's very cliche in this profession. If you're not mentally healthy, you won't be physically healthy. A lot of things are mind over matter. Okay? But you have to have a healthy mind. Therefore, you'll have a healthy body. You know, the depression doesn't kick in. The anxiety, which we just discussed, does not kick in. Being mentally strong, mentally healthy, setting boundaries helps so much with anxiety. Set a boundary so that the line isn't crossed by anyone or by yourself. So, again, folks, thank you so much. Mental Health Awareness Month is coming to a close. Listen, but mental health still carries on. Um, if you need help, seek out help. All right. Dr. Armstrong is here for you in any way that I can be. Reach out to me. I'd be glad to assist you. All right. Thank you all so very much. And I do hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.